outside, and of course a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
On second down, here's Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And fights through one man. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Now it's the veteran Jamal Williams.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jam that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the... Made right at about the 19-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another run now for Nwangu. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Well, the Vikings at 5-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away.
And here he's hit. He lost the football. On one of the linebackers is gone. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
3rd and 5. Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwandu. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. This 2nd and 4. Play action now. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
And they'll run it here. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Blake Gillikin on the cut now on 4th down. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwandu knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, not a huge gain there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action. Cousins. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. Let me finish. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. This will be brought back to the 22. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. There he goes, right side. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams, 6
67 yards. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake. Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Cousins, throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Joseph is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the half will begin with a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Quickly to Addison here. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A first down carry for Henry. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now they'll throw with Carr. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting hurt there for a loss of 11.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hasn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're 1-2 pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Carr to throw on 2nd down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, 53 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or the lining up like a receiver.
Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing now is Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
Touchdown, Vikings! KJ Osborne, 60 yards. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, Carr. Screen play set up for Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Lewis-Cine. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Fielded just inside the 20. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long in the pocket for the quarterback.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's taken it around the 40. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He gets it to Addison. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Cousins here to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On the give is Nwangu. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On play action, Cousins. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota.